What if I told you the foundation of Stoicism, the mindset that helped Roman emperors and modern minds alike, was laid down by a barefoot philosopher who never wrote a single word? Socrates didn't call himself a Stoic. He lived centuries before Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus, and yet, without him, Stoicism might never have existed. You might be surprised to learn just how many core Stoic principles began with Socrates. In today's video, we'll uncover 6 powerful ways Socrates shaped Stoic philosophy, including one insight that flips the entire idea of evil on its head. Stay tuned, because it'll change how you see both ancient wisdom and your own life. Welcome to Socrates Unfolded. We explore timeless wisdom that can still shape your soul today. If you're into that kind of thing, hit like, subscribe, and help us spread the legacy of this brilliant mind. Before we dive into the 6 points, let's set the stage. Socrates taught Plato. Plato taught Aristotle. From there, philosophy branched into different schools: the Epicureans, the Skeptics, the Cynics, and of course, the Stoics. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, was deeply inspired by Socratic thought. He read about Socrates in Xenophon and Plato, and before founding his own school, Zeno studied under the Cynics, who tried to live exactly like Socrates, minimalist, fearless, and obsessed with virtue. So while Socrates never founded a school or wrote a book, his influence echoes through Stoicism in profound ways. Wisdom as a way of life. To Socrates, philosophy wasn't about theories, it was about transformation. He believed that knowledge and virtue are inseparable, that once you truly understand what is good, you will do it. In his view, no one does wrong knowingly. All evil, all wrongdoing, it stems from ignorance. This isn't just intellectual talk. It's the very foundation of Stoic thought. When Epictetus teaches that wisdom is aligning with nature and reason, when Marcus Aurelius urges self-discipline and clarity, they're echoing Socratic thought. For both Socrates and the Stoics, wisdom isn't what you know, it's who you are. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. One of Stoicism's core teachings is this: some things are up to us, and some things are not. That sounds like Epictetus, but the mindset? Pure Socrates. At his trial, knowing he might be executed, Socrates said, "It is not in the nature of things that a bad man should injure a better than himself." What did he mean? He believed that no one could truly harm him, unless he chose to become unjust in return. Even if they killed him, his virtue would remain untouched. That's classic Stoicism. Your character is yours alone. Everything else? Temporary, external. Socrates lived this so deeply, the Stoics built a system around it. The power of reason. The unexamined life is not worth living. That's one of the most famous lines in philosophy. And it wasn't meant to sound cool. It was Socrates defending his life with reason at his trial. He believed that our ability to think, to reflect, to question, is what makes us truly human. This spirit lives on in Stoic practices like journaling, self-examination, questioning your reactions, aligning with nature, which they saw as rational order. Marcus Aurelius would literally write notes to himself, challenging his own thinking, just like Socrates challenged everyone he met in the streets of Athens. The Stoics didn't just admire this, they institutionalized it. Virtue is the only true good. What makes life good? Not money, not status, not even survival. For Socrates, the answer was crystal clear: virtue. He held that the only true good is a virtuous soul. That includes justice, courage, wisdom, and moderation, which later became the 4 Stoic cardinal virtues. When facing execution, Socrates could have escaped. He could have compromised, begged, or lied. But he chose to stay, to die, with his virtue intact. Seneca would later write that, "Death is not the enemy, losing yourself is." In this, Stoicism walks directly in Socrates' footsteps. Emotional mastery through philosophy. Contrary to myth, neither Socrates nor the Stoics believed in suppressing emotion. They believed in training emotion, guiding it with reason. Socrates stayed calm under pressure. He used questions, not insults. He didn't react. He responded. He understood that emotions are shaped by beliefs. And if you correct the belief, you correct the emotion. This would become the foundation of Stoic emotional mastery. That anger, fear, sadness aren't the enemy. False thinking is. A model life. Philosophy wasn't just words to Socrates, it was a way of being. Epictetus, who quoted Socrates constantly, would ask his students, "What would Socrates do?" To him, Socrates wasn't just a thinker, he was the gold standard of living by your values, even when the stakes were life and death. This example burned itself into the Stoic imagination. They didn't just want to think like Socrates, they wanted to live like him. Socrates may not have founded Stoicism, but he was its spiritual grandfather. His courage, clarity, and deep love for truth left a permanent mark. So the next time you try to stay calm in traffic, or focus on what you can control, or live with integrity, remember where it all began. A man with no sandals, no wealth, and no fear, walking the streets of Athens, asking questions that still matter. Which influence resonates with you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into ancient wisdom, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Until next time, question boldly, live wisely,